So now we're back to learning GDScript from zero, and this is an open source project by GDQuest.com. All right, let's continue from where we left off over here at appending and popping values from arrays. All right. So in previous lessons, we learned how to create arrays to store lists of values and how to loop over them. It's nice, but we won't go that far with only that. Anyway, the real strengths of arrays is that we can add and remove values from them at any time. It allows us to queue or stack data. All right. Okay. So for now, let's take another example. Tracking down orders in a restaurant management game. That would be cool to make one of those, actually. I think so, actually. Like Cooking Fever, you know, except for different. Anyway, we're making a restaurant management game where customers place orders and we need to handle them as they come. In this game, customers order meals that end up in a queue, okay? We need to prepare them in the kitchen. In this example, we simulate orders arriving and getting completed over time. I'm just like, I just had a great idea, because I'm thinking of making it like an RPG, right? Right after we finish the checkers game, like a little Pokemon style RPG, except for it's like there's no Pokemon, and it's just a town, and you go over to the and I'm thinking we could go over to the restaurant and we could do one of these, a restaurant management, not restaurant, a cooking sim. I wouldn't call it a sim, honestly, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, let's go. So yeah, here's the example. So we've got we get the order, complete the order, blah 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 blah, and then it lists off all the completed orders after that. So yeah, let's run it one more time. So you see, this was put inside, like each one of these was put inside of this pending orders list, and then we took them off from the top and put them in here and made the list over here. All right. So basically we had a list come in here and then we put it over into this one. All right, there we go. So how do we keep track of pending and completed orders? With an array, of course. When a customer purchases a meal, we want to append it to the array. All right. Then as we complete a meal in the kitchen and serve it, we want to remove it from the array. Okay. We can do that with the append and the pop front functions of the array, respectively. As in this is what we would append and this is what we would remove it. All right, cool. Anyway, we're going to try to read the code below before moving on. We're not going to worry if not everything makes sense, as it's going to be broken down for us. All right, let's look at the thing. So we've got var waiting orders, and that's going to be an empty array. Var completed orders, and that's going to be an empty array. We're going to have func add order meal name, and the meal name is going to be the parameter, and then we're going to say waiting orders, which is this dot append, because append we can use append on any array, okay? And then we'll say waiting orders dot append meal name, which is what's coming into the function as the argument. And then we're going to have, this is the, it's the parameter, you know what's going on. All right, so func complete current order, we've got var first order equals waiting orders dot pop front. So we're going to take from this one, after we put the meal into here, the meal name into here, we're going to take from this one with pop front, and then we're going to completed orders dot append first order. Then we're going to put this thing, which is us taking it out of this thing, and we're going to put it into this thing. And that's it. With append with first order like that. We're going to put this one into here, right? And that's it. It's real easy. So notice how we can call notice how we can call some functions by writing a dot after the variable name. Yes. Like a given value type can have subvariables, it can also have its own functions. Oh. Subvariables, I don't even remember that. But whatever. Functions like append and pop front only exist on arrays. That's why to call them, we need to access it from the array using the dot. Okay, so array.append like that. True. So let's break down the code. We queue orders in the waiting orders array by appending them to the array, right? So we've got var waiting orders is the empty array, and then we say func add order meal name waiting order append meal name, just like we said. We can use a string to represent a meal when calling the add order function. True. So add order cheese sandwich. What restaurant are you going to where you're going to have something that you could just make at the house? And why would you be making this at the house too? I mean, that's not. Anyway, I'm not judging your cheese sandwich, but I'm saying why are you going to go buy one? When completing an order, but a cheese sandwich, like I can understand like a cheese taco. Sandwich? Ooh, yeah. I don't know about that. When completing an order, we remove it from the waiting orders array by calling its pop front function. This function gives us the order back, which allows us to assign it to a temporary variable. Okay. What did that say? I was thinking about a cheese sandwich and just how, like, I know that they got grilled cheese sandwiches on like kids meals and stuff, but oh, is this thing for kids? Whatever, I don't care. Anyway, let's go. Is this thing for anyway? Whatever. So when completing an order, we remove it from the waiting orders array by calling its pop front function. Yeah, so we call pop front and it remove the order. Yeah, and this function gives us the order back, which allows us to assign it to a temporary variable. True. Func, is this for kids? Like, cause like the amount of like actual sentences in this makes me feel like this is not for children at all. Like children can barely read, right? Isn't this for like actual like people? Anyway, whatever. I don't know. We can then append the order to our completed orders array. Okay. Var completed orders equals array equals an empty array. We've got func complete current order, and then we're saying completed orders dot append first order. Okay, so we just take, we take this first order. Oh, what? Oh, so this is what this is. Okay. Anyway, so we just take this and put it in here. Yeah, just like we said. So we call arrays like waiting orders a queue. The first element we append to the array is the first one we remove. What does hashtag ... mean? Yeah, this thing. And it just means the rest of the function, which is this. I mean, let's see what they say. We write ... after hashtag to represent ellipses in the code. It means we're completing the function's code. We use that to break down code examples and make them easier to learn from. What? The hash sign itself marks the start of a code comment. It's like the computer will ignore. Wait, it's a line the computer will ignore, which is why it typically appears in gray. True. I thought, you know what? Honestly, I don't know why that person said that, because this 100% means the rest of the function that we just didn't want to write. That's literally what that always means. You know what I mean? I mean, if you're using it for anything other than that, you're using it wrong. But that's what they were using it for. But that's not what they said they were using it for. I don't know what the hell this says. Ellipses in the code. Ellipses in the code. Ellipses in the code. Ellipses in the code. Ellipse. So is the is whatever you take out of the code, is that called an ellipse? And this is the ellipses marker? The ellipse marker? I don't know. We have to go to ChatGPT for that, and I don't feel like it, honestly. Anyway, let's keep going. Using arrays as stacks. Another common use of arrays is stacks of data. Okay, that's true. Take a factory management game where we need to retrieve materials from stacks of crates. They arrive at the factory piled up vertically, and we need to take them from top to bottom. True, but why would they be? Anyway, what kind of factory is this? We got var crates, shields, sword, and gems. I mean, we could have a factory game where they make shields, swords, and gems. But like, if you got a factory, man, why don't you got guns? You know what I'm saying? Unless like, nope. 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 I can't think of any reason. Anyway, let's keep going. Take a factory management game where we need to retrieve materials from stacks of crates. They arrive in the factory piled up vertically. We need to take them from top to bottom. Var crates equals shield, sword, gems. Shield, sword, gems. Okay. Func, use top crate. Var crate. Crates dot pop back. Use crate. So we're going to use the pop back to take the gems off. Okay. Because yeah, I guess when we would pile stuff on, the last thing we put on in the array would be on top. I guess so. Yeah, so let's do it. Use top crate. Yeah, it took it off right like that. Let's do it again. There it is. Do it again. There we go. So to take a crate from the back of the array, this time we use the pop back array function. This function removes or pops the last value from the array and returns it to us. Here we pop the last value of the array and print what's left of the array to demonstrate how the array gets smaller. All right. So here we go. We've got func run, crates pop back. Now we're going to print crates. This is how crates started. Now it looks like this: sword, shield, no gem. And there we go. All right. Let's do it again. Okay, so yeah, crates has sword, shields, shield, gems in it. All right. So like pop front, the function returns the value. The function returns the value removed from the array. True. We will often store that value in a variable. True. So yeah, whenever you pop something off, like when we pop that gems, this is gems now, right? That is gems. Like this array dot gems crates dot pop it back. That does equal gems now. Okay. And if we just leave it there, it's just going to just stay there. This is gems now. Unless we run it again and then it's shield, but still. Right now it's gems. So when we run it. Anyway, let's go. So the value in question would be the crate's content, which we can then use to give resources to the player. Okay. In the following practices, we will use the append, pop front, and a pop back array functions. Okay. So let's do it. We got completing orders. Orders are piling up in the kitchen and we need to clear them fast using the array's pop front function. Okay, let's start. So here's the goals where the waiting orders array will be filled over time. Okay. Our job is to move orders from the waiting list to the completed orders list using the array's append and pop front functions. We're going to remember that the array's pop front function returns the pop value, which allows us to store it in a variable and then pass it to another function. True. So yeah, let's do this. So we're going to move it from here to here. So we're going to start off by saying, What are we doing? We're going to have to put something in to the waiting orders. Complete current order. From the waiting list to the completed order list using the array's append and pop front method. Okay, so we say like waiting orders dot pop underscore front. Okay. And what is this? We'll say this is order. Var order equals, okay. And then we will append it to this next thing. So we'll say return completed orders dot append order. Can't be. Is that it? Let's see. Tomato soup. Yeah. Okay. That's what they asked for. And it happened. Let's do it. Let's go to the next one. Okay, clearing up the crates. Crates are piling up on the platform. We're going to move them out of the way by popping them from the crates array. We need to remove them from top to bottom using the array's pop back function. Our code should remove the crates in the array while using a while loop. Yeah. Careful, if we run a while loop carelessly, we can lock the software. True. We can check if the crates array still contains values by writing while crates. Okay. So yeah, while crates exists. All right. And that's basically that, because if this thing is empty, this will no longer be true. It's going to not exist anymore. So while crates exist, what are we going to do? We're going to pop back something. Crates.pop back. Crates.pop underscore back. Is that it? We just want to take them all off, right? Let's see. Yeah, that's all I wanted. All right. So there we go, and continue. And that's the end of that. All right, let's continue again. So now we're on to accessing values in arrays, and we'll see you next time.